missing table we did in Hebrew, but I will try to explain to you now what you see in this one. Very interesting, as I said, very relevant also. So as I said, just I will explain to you what we see in this case. So in Hebrew, you can see down here, like Hamas, Daash. Telling us, unfortunately, is a fact which is known, that Hamas and Daash, basically the same, killing, chopping heads, burning people, exactly what they did. Now, Hamas to Jews and roots, Daesh, ISIS, yeah, used to do it to other people, chopping heads, burning, and so on. So this is, in Israel, you have Channel 14, there they explain exactly the idea, the comparison, what is the source of their hatred to Jews, like Amalekite, to kill them, destroy them, do everything, right? So this is a table that you're going to see just now. And in the table, you're going to see the location when it appears. And as I think that it is the most frightened verse, which unfortunately connected with this tragedy which happens there. So let us see what the table tells us and what it's about and what is the location when it appears, because it's important teaching. So this is a symbol of the Hamas, which says in Hebrew that they aspire to a Palestinian state, Islamic, instead of the state of Israel. This is from Wikipedia, and this is what is written there about the Hamas. Then you have about ISIS, Daesh, and this also tells us the same thing, the Islamic State, which is now Daesh, the Islamic terror group, and came out from Al-Qaeda, and controlled quite a few places in Syria and Iraq, and they define themselves like the Islamic Sunni. So, unfortunately, terrible enemies to Israel. So what you see in this table, you can see it appears really in one book, even one chapter. You can see you have the 5a, in Hebrew is 5, Deuteronomy, which is according to the Vilna Gaon, is again our millennia. According to the Vilna Gaon, the millennia, our millennia is again the book of Deuteronomy. So the previous other millennia. So very interesting. So you see, very significant table, in one book and in one chapter, and from verse Kaf 20 to 46, 20 verses. In all these 20 verses, you see just now very, very important and significant thing. So you can see here, right on top, in the center of the table, you see in red, you have the word Hamas, Hamas, and then you have Dash in black, I can show you to you clearly coming out. Here, Hamas, and Dash, right, coming together, best meeting of Hamas and Dash. Then, what more we have here? Verses which really refer to the end of days, what is Be'achrit Yamim, the end of days. Where we are now, we are in the end of the days. And this is a verse which tells us, Basar lecha, that you will have troubles, and all these things will befall you. It means all these things befall you, but Holocaust and all this, what God said, if you don't keep the Torah. Then, what hoping that will be, Vashevat Elocha, you, like in blue, you have your verses, which says you will put in your heart that there is one God in heaven and earth, in the heavens and the earth, and exactly what is about told in this story. So, what more you have in the table? So let us see now what more you have in the table. So we saw the sign. So you have in the table here telling us that what will happen. So it's written there, we are Hashem et ha'aretz, you will inherit your land, the good land, but be careful, Yishamru lachem, be careful not to forget the covenant with God that you did, and be careful not to do a statute, idol, unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. That's a strange warning, you know. We saw that we are already in a time that no more idols, but the there are still idols. The Buddha, for example, many Jews unfortunately keep them. Yeah. So here is written, God said, be careful, yeah, not to do idol. And then is written, Vasitem, you will do the evil on eyes of God. You make him angry. So then, yeah, terrible thing which is written like a better burden, you will be eradicated from your land, frightening. And this will be in trouble since the day to come. So, by the way, here is the Hebrew word Holocaust. You know, this like the President of Israel said that what happened now is also Holocaust. Also Holocaust. More than 1,000 people in one day. Murder, burned. What they did is cruel people, yeah. Like ISIS, like this is what exactly the Hamas did. So, as I said, very interesting and very significant and relevant table to our time. In Hebrew, definitely there is a lot spoken about this, but in this table, you have clearly the situation when unfortunately Jews going astray and leave their God. So interesting, a very significant table for our time.